I'm working in the New Perspectives textbook, Access 2007. I'm on page AC 378, and I am fixing a report that's supposed to look like the one on page AC 378, figure 744. This is the fourth segment, and now I'm going to go in and I'm going to reduce the number of pages, and I'm going to set the line. I'm going to make the line straight. So I'm going to go to close print preview, and I'm going to grab this line. Now I could grab this line in layout view like I am here, or I could grab the line in design view. Either way, but I want to get a hold of that line, and then I want to open up the property sheet for that line. The height, not the thickness, but the height of a straight line is 0. You can see the height of this one is not 0. So what I need to do is I need to come in and find the height and simply set it to 0. And that's going to make the line straight. Also, this line is a little narrow. It doesn't go all the way out to the margin of the page. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to set it to 10. And I'm going to be careful. I'm going to print preview that, because if it's too long, it's going to force a blank page. It's looking good. So I'll close that. Now, let's take a look here at price. I don't like the way price is set up, because my price label is aligned to the left and my values are aligned to the right. So I'm going to take the label, only the label, and I'm going to align it to the right. Now that's looking better. And now we're going to switch to design view, and you see that we've got a report header that's not being used. I should get rid of that. I have lots of space in my page footer that we need to get rid of. You only want your page footers or your form footers to be as long as they need to be. Headers and footers take priority on the page. So if your footer is too long, you could actually create a footer that is so long that none of your detail information will show on the page or on the form. Works the same with forms. So I'm going to get rid of that, and then I'm going to line everything up. So I'm going to try to shorten this report header by just dragging it up. Well, it's not coming up. What that tells me is that there's something in the report header section that is stopping me from doing this. So what I need to do is I need to find what that thing is. A good way to find it is to put your mouse pointer out in the vertical ruler until it becomes a black arrow pointing back. Take it up to the very top, click, hold, and drag until it comes down to the bottom of that section, but do not extend past that section. If there's anything in that section, you'll see it. It'll be highlighted. You can see I have something highlighted right here. But before I grab that one, I want to look and see if there's anything else. There's nothing else, so I'll delete that, and hopefully now the section will come up. There it goes. And I'll save again. Now my page, my date, and my page number, what I want to do with those is I want to bring them up to nearly to the top of that section. I don't want them all the way to the top, because I want some space between the detail section and the footer. So a couple rows of dots is just fine. Now I'm going to take all of these controls, this one, and this one, and I want them all to align to the left. Well, this one's too far over, so I'm just going to move it over to the right, and then I'm going to grab all of those controls like that. When I grab them, I want to make sure I don't have anything that I don't want, and I'm going to go to Arrange and Left. And now I'm going to do the same thing over here. Is I'm going to take this one, and I'll just grab this one here, and I will do Right, and I'm going to bring this footer up, and let's take a look at it again. I'll save and look at it again. It's looking better. And the last thing we need to do is fix the total. So I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to select those both, and I'm going to do Arrange, and I'm going to do to top. Now this one's too short, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it, and I'm going to put my mouse pointer over any one of the sizing handles and double click it to size to fit. Then I'm just going to make sure I give it another grab. Now when you do that size to fit, Size to fit works well when your control is too small, particularly if it's too short, so that the height, you want to reduce the height, or excuse me, reduce or increase the height. Double click it at size to fit. But it's a good idea to have about the space for one letter behind your labels, because when you render this for the printer may not render it true to what you see on the screen. Okay, so now I'm going to grab these controls again and I'm going to bring them up and just sort of sit them under the product, and I'm going to see what's going on with this label. It says unassociated label, so I can leave it unassociated or I can associate it with this text box over here. It's all associated. Now they're a pair. And I'll bring up my report footer a little bit, save it, we'll look at print preview, and we'll see how we're doing. Okay. It's looking pretty good. The last thing that we would need to do on this is we'd need to go in and set the alternate color, but alternate back color is not that easy to set once you've taken it off. So we'll return to that one at another time. This is the end of this segment on how to fix a bad report.